Hello, my friends. How are you? I hope you're doing super, super well. So, I also hope that you enjoyed that new moon energy, and it was really all about dreams. In my opinion, in my experience, was either maybe you had some really insightful dreams where you could start to unpack that and then move yourself forward, or you've just been pushed to really hone in on what your actual dreams are, what your true desires are, so that you can start to be that person. You can start to put out that frequency, especially with the assistance of the goddess, which is why in my last video we did a ritual, including a goddess altar building workshop, you could call it, a little ritual that we did together. And it's all based on the recipe card that is my free goddess gift to you, that is going to be part of the guidebook to the goddess who became the world when it comes out. It is coming out sooner than you think. It is on its way, and it's coming out, I don't have an exact date because I don't want to get ahead of myself. However, it will be before March 28th. That was like the latest it would be out. I think it's going to be out quite a bit sooner than that. So make sure that you fill out the link below. You will get your recipe card for a goddess altar with notes on it, kind of, little prompts of what you can put and how you can welcome the goddess into your life in the here and now. And it is a part of the guidebook to the goddess. It's a part of the chapter on how we can invite her and interact with her right now by doing things that you, or putting together things that you already have in your house and organizing them in a beautiful way that expands the beauty in your life, expands the harmony in your life. And that is really the MO of the goddess, is to expand those things in your life using what you already have. And then she'll bring you to a place where you're able to receive more and more and more. Because another beautiful part of working with the goddess is she is often going to bring you situations, experiences that, might trigger you a little bit. And she teaches us how to move through that. She teaches us, sorry, my sleeve. She teaches us how to transcend some poisons of the mind that really do exist, that we are up against. And she has transmuted them herself. She knows how to teach us and bring us to the next level, which is why it's so important to work with her to manifest fullness and harmony and synchronicity and things working out in a way ahead of time that you could never plan for on your own. That is the ultimate signature of knowing when you're working with the goddess, is that it seems like there's strings being pulled on the back end. And, it definitely can be your ancestors, and your ancestors that know the truth. They know that it is the goddess who is the mover of all things, which is why it's important to connect with her, be grounded in that connection, which is connecting to the Gaia of Gaia Sophia. That's how I got my relationship to be this developed with the goddess. As I started with nature, I just had a wonderful relationship with Gaia, and I still do. And she continued to bloom and open up to me, which led me more to the Sophia part of her. And I'm still learning more exciting things every single day, but the most beautiful part of working with the goddess is that if I had known this a lot earlier, I would feel so much more free. There's just this level of indoctrination that we've had as a society, that it's the male body that is to be venerated, that everything has to come through this child sacrifice model. And if I had known that there was another option that was focused on the magic of women and the form of woman and the goddess and our planet Earth, like, who knows where we could be, me as a person or us as a society, all those things. So this inviting the goddess in is such a small but very important part of that, including working with the moon cycles, including working with our own bodily cycles, especially as women, we often naturally sync up to the moon. And it includes sharing her story, which includes knowing it. So I'm just so excited to get this book out to you guys as a way for you to connect with the goddess yourself and bring the story of her alive in your life, and so that you can become interactive with it. You can become lucid within the dream. And to do that, you have to know the dreamer. The dreamer of reality. So the dreamer has lots of little quirks and lots of little magics and little things you can do to not only get her attention, but program the reality all around you. It's programmable. It is a dream. We're learning dream physics when we are interacting with reality. You know, some people think it's a hologram, and, you know, when even science says that, because reality seems to be so malleable. It's because it's a dream. You can do that in your own lucid dreams. You have a small example of that. So I'm going to drink some of my new moon water that I programmed. Cheers. And I also wanted to offer a little collective reading from the wonderful Astrology of 2025 book and the New Moon in Pisces ritual to kind of to close out this impactful new moon. So we have a ritual here of 3 cards. Oops. I'm going to use this new oracle deck that I got. That is the Egyptian Book of the Dead oracle. So cool. So let me just do a little shuffle. If you guys have ever seen any of my card readings, or if you've had a card reading from me before, you know that the way that I pull the cards is kind of weird because, to be honest, one, it's because I find it a lot more random. 2, I just can't shuffle very well. Okay, 3 cards. I'm going to do 1, 3, and then 2 here. Okay. Pull 3 cards with the intention of getting your head out of the clouds and back down to earth. The first card represents where your head is in the clouds, those daydreams that show you what you're passionate about and where your heart is pulling you. What do we got here? Immortality! Wow. Ooh, the Ankh. No way. Remember in my other video I told you I was programming my new moon water with the Ankh? Yeah, baby. So clearly, and because this is on video, more people have something to do with the Ankh. The Ankh needs to be in the awareness of more people. What number is that? 26. Immortality was the ultimate success to the ancient Egyptians. To be granted an afterlife in the field of reeds following the ordeals of judgment meant that they had lived a good life and were being rewarded with new life as an immortal, at one with the gods. In a reading, the immortality card foretells that you will undertake something which will last longer than you do. The obvious interpretation here would be parenthood, with your children being your legacy, but it could also indicate some other form of lasting contribution that you make, such as setting up a charity, publishing a book, creating a lovely garden, or working hard to protect the legacy of the natural world. This card can also suggest that there is a big success on the cards, possibly a result of something that you've been working on towards for some time. Maybe you're about to graduate from university, or perhaps you will gain a big promotion at work. Whatever it means to you, this card suggests that you will be remembered for something significant. Cool. Making your dreams come true. Dreaming even bigger is what we're doing right now. Yeah, what you're passionate about and where your heart is pulling you. I feel like a lot of people are having these sorts of dreams come through right now, as in not like I just had this crazy dream last night, as in making your dreams come true, your desires, really. Okay, the second card reveals what you need to focus on so it can grow. Shu. 49. This is, I'll tell you about him, but I don't really know much about him. Maybe like he's carrying an Ankh. I feel like probably most of them carry Ankhs, to be honest, but 49. Shu was an air god and the personification of the wind. Like the wind he represents, his energies are changeable, sometimes calm and still, and at other times raging. A raging, howling gale. He is unpredictable and untamable. Ancient Egyptian sailors would call on Shu to fill their sails with wind and ensure a safe voyage. Like many air gods, the card of Shu represents mental clarity. The wind is the element of thought and vision, so this card would indicate that it's time for you to prioritize your mental health. It is time for you to clear your head and blow away the mental cobwebs. This could mean spending some time in therapy, or perhaps you simply need a holiday. True. Who doesn't? And a chance to be free of responsibility for a while. If you have any unresolved trauma, this card is urging you to address it sooner rather than later. Free yourself from the chains of the past so that you are at liberty to stride forward into a brighter, lighter future. Embracing the energies of this god by going out for a walk on a windy day. Oh, I love that. Or a sailing trip and feeling the sea fret on your face and the wind in your hair. Freedom is the key word here. Take whatever steps you need to release mental anguish and embrace a more free-spirited life. Set down your burdens and leave them behind. I think I tweeted the other day too, is that when it's really windy outside, you're getting cleansed with the wind. Okay. And then the third card shows what riles you up and makes you feel alive spiritually. Trust what arises from the card. Oh, I am. Okay, so the third card we have is Nephthys. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. I love it. I hope it's focused for you. Okay. She is number 21. Harmony. What riles you up and keeps you alive spiritually. Okay, cool. Nephthys was the domestic goddess of the Egyptian pantheon. She was often called the mistress of the house, and she ruled over all aspects of domesticity, orderliness, organization, family, and harmony. As the sister of Osiris, she is also linked with funerary rites, mourning, death, and darkness. In a card reading, Nephthys comes to mind to remind you to make time for your home life. This card suggests that a time of nesting is about to ensue. You might have jobs that you've been putting off around the house. Now is time to get on top of that to-do list. Making a cozy, welcoming home for yourself and your family is an act of magic, truly. If your surroundings are untidy and unkempt, then this can have a negative impact on your mental health and that of your family. Sift, sort, organize, and declutter your space. Actually, a great idea. I was thinking about this earlier. I need to do some spring cleaning, get rid of some stuff. Nephthys can also indicate that it's time for you to grieve the past by letting go of material things that you've been holding on to. What memories are you harboring in the items that you choose to keep around and surround yourself with? Take an inventory of everything you own and ask yourself why you have it. You might find items from ex-partners who broke your heart or boxes of belongings from a deceased family member. Nephthys is here to help you let go so you may grieve and move on. Get your house in order. Yeah. Cool. So, I mean, that's a pretty cool little reading. And I think that it totally aligns with this new moon of dreaming bigger, making a lasting impact. I think is, not what everybody wants, but I think what a lot of people want. And it's time to allow ourselves to be purified just by nature and the winds, maybe the winds of change. And then the advice is declutter. Now is a really good time to declutter so that you can welcome in these new dreams to fruition in your life. We have to make space for it. I mention this in my manifesting relationship videos all the time, but one of the biggest things that I did that kind of sped up me having my current fiance in my life, current fiance, I say like I had another fiance now. I mean, my fiance, that I just made space for him in my life. I trained myself to sleep on one side of the bed. I ended up buying like little gifts and I just made space to share my life with somebody. And then I met him a couple months later. So I hope that you guys had a wonderful new moon. I'm gonna announce the date of publication probably this week. I'm so excited. And yeah, so keep an eye out. Make sure that you fill out the link below so that you're the first to know when the book drops, because I will be giving that information to those people first. And yeah, I'm so excited. I hope that you enjoy the craziness of March. If you know any astrologers, if you are an astrologer yourself, you know that March is kind of nuts this year. But we can really harness that. And you can harness that and use that mass influx of energy and direct it into something great that moves you forward, that works in partnership with our planet. You know, when you're co-dreaming with the goddess, you're working in partnership with the planet. You're working with Gaia, because Gaia is Gaia Sophia. She is the goddess. She is the Holy Spirit. She is holy wisdom. And she is so excited to work with you, work with more people in a meaningful way where you know her, because she already knows you. So it's time for you to know her, to step in, to engage with it, to join the dance, baby. Join the dance. I'll see you in the next video.